Alicia, you might think I'm crazy, I began. She gave me one of those patented Alicia looks. Jen, I know you're crazy, I snorted. Yeah, but here's my idea. I'm on a run from my house to school. She looked confused for a moment and replied, I don't think that's crazy. You should do it. And that was Alicia. If you came up with a crazy scheme, she'd always want a part of it. More often, she'd counter it with a crazier idea. I would go over to her house with the intention of doing my homework and going to sleep, and suddenly I'd find myself in the back seat holding a cardboard box full of baby chickens, or in San Francisco buying a lollipop with the last of my change, or getting hyped up on marshmallows and walking to Corte Madera at sunset. Alicia lived from sunset to sunset. Sometimes we'd climb up on the roof just to enjoy that fluid transition between daylight and darkness, to feel the change in the air and the goosebumps on our skin as the breeze picked up. But the rainy days never got her down. Rain meant puddles, and puddles were Alicia's greatest source of entertainment. I admit, the first time she swerved her Miata onto the shoulder of the highway just to splash her tires in a puddle, I was a little worried. Now I can't help eyeing those puddles too. The simple joys that Alicia made for herself were completely contagious. Even if I hated a song, once Alicia put the top down on her car and started singing at the top of her lungs, I was belting it out a minute later. I couldn't help myself. Even on the worst of days, just being around her made me smile, and suddenly the day seemed so far behind me. Alicia gave so much to me without even trying. She took me into her home, checked in with me almost every day, and truly treated me like a sister. I never took that for granted, and though she brushed my life for less than 2 years, she was the closest family I ever had. A few days ago, I finally ran from my house to team. I ran past the house where we bought our chickens. I ran past her street. I ran on the bike path where we turned marshmallows into goo in our hands during our walk to Corte Madera. I ran, and suddenly a song came on that she had given me. I wanted to cry. Even more, I wanted to finish. I did both. I know now just how lucky I was to have considered Alicia my best friend and my sister. She knew I was crazy, but she was crazy too, and I loved her for it.